Alright, I think we are set to video. It's counting. I start the car, and it sounds like the battery is weak, but I had the battery tested, and they said it's where it should be. So I'm curious to hear from anyone if this is a normal 996 issue, or they might know why the car kind of hesitates to start. So, as you could probably hear, it kind of was a weak start, but it's been like that from day one. And I've seen some other videos with owners, and their car sounded the same. But just curious if anyone else has any input on that. My first thought would have been the battery, but like I said, that was checked and they said it was in spec. So this is my second video. I did one a couple weeks ago. I still need to see if it actually uploaded, because I think it may have had an error. I am a noob, not only with Porsches, but also with YouTube. I might need to hire my teenager to help me with this. But I am willing to learn, and I enjoy it, so I'm gonna keep at it. So update, second video, Porsche 996 experience. I am still loving this car. I'm driving it not every day to kind of keep the specialness to it. I have a Nissan Leaf, so I commute with that, and I will switch this out every other day to kind of keep the miles down on it, and also just kind of keep the something to look forward to the next day. I will say having a electric car is I call it a golf cart, because there's something about just stepping in a car and pushing a button and it works, and you don't have to use any brain power. It's very stress-free and fun. Not that driving is stressful, but you know, compared to a manual Porsche, for instance, you're sitting low, you're intentionally wanting a driving experience, which is going to be a lot of driver input, feel the road, so it's just different, right? So I don't want that kind of feel the road, need to drive the car, you know, manual, clutch, road noise every day. Sometimes you want that kind of luxury, don't hear the road. Bluetooth works perfect. It's so quiet. You don't have to worry about shifting. You don't have to worry about road noise and all that stuff. So I am really glad to have the choice to do both, and I can get the sports car experience, you know, every other day or whatever, and then when I just want to mindlessly drive somewhere, I jump in the Leaf and have that option too. So I think I will have an electric car always, and eventually like to have a Tesla when my Leaf grows up as a kid. But I enjoy getting on the Porsche. The second gear is my favorite, I think. The car just loves to be revved. Really enjoy driving it. I'm still on the honeymoon with it. I did have a little scare moment, I guess. So about a week ago, I'll say it was on a road trip. I drove it nonstop for an hour and a half, which is the longest drive I've had in this vehicle. And hot day, engine running the whole time. Everything was running great, and parked at my location to look at this real estate, and came back to the car, I don't know, about an hour later, and it was dead, you know, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And yeah, it didn't even attempt to start, like no whimper of a start. It just turned, and you know, the lights come on like it's in the aux position or whatever. The window still worked, which was interesting. So the displays were lighting up, but there was no effort at all for the car to fire, right? So I'm like, oh, you know, that was... so I had to have the people I was with, my business partner, Eric Pierce, thank you for helping me. He pushed, it was, you know, the good thing about a manual, of course, is you can just get a little push, especially with a light car, get it up to relatively very low speed and jump start it, which we did. So that was good. But it was like, you know, new car for me. Uh-oh, is this the beginning of the German car experience? Having flashbacks of my '99 BMW. So 45-minute ride home after we jump started it, and got home, stopped the car, turned it off. Okay, let's see if it's gonna work now, and it started right back up. And I'm like, maybe I left the lights on, maybe I didn't push the clutch all the way in, because this car, I've noticed, has, unless you push the clutch in all the way to the floor, and I can hear a little like sensor being depressed, almost. I mean, it's like, it feels like, you know, a millimeter before you are bottomed out on the floor, but the car won't start unless that sensor is pressed in, which I'm sure is some kind of safety thing or whatever. So, but I remember, like, when the car wasn't starting, I'm like, man, do I have my foot all the way to the floor? And I remember thinking that through my mind, so I don't think it was that. And it well could have been. Then the other thing was, did I leave the lights on or something like that? It was daytime. I am honestly still trying to figure out this knobs and controls. I drove it at night for the first time, also last week, and I couldn't figure out the headlights. I mean, there's a rotating switch, and that's pretty simple. But I didn't realize you have to pull out the rotating switch. So you rotate it for looks like parking lights or whatever, and then for the actual headlights you have to pull it. So that was new to me. I'm sure there's lots of people going, you really are a noob. And the answer is yes. This is new to me. All these the German car. This is like my second one, and the other one I only had less than a year. I did figure out the lights. So I'm curious if anyone else has had a similar issue on the 996 where they won't start. Maybe because they've just been driven for a while, or is that just nonsense? So if anyone has any feedback on that, and I heard someone say, which sounds kind of hard to believe, but like a lot of German cars, maybe older ones, this is 20 years old, if they're driven for a while, the engine expands and they don't necessarily want to start until they cool it down. I've never heard that, but like I said, I am a noob of this, so if this is a a known kind of, this is the part of this vehicle's traits, then that would make me feel better. Otherwise, I'm still wondering, do I need to always have in the back of my mind, I need to be parked on a hill so I can jump start? Because it just really came no warning and without a valid reason, in my opinion. So, but the car is driving fantastic, really tight, shifts amazing. It's just fun to drive. So I'm definitely still in the thumbs up category with this. And I'm trying to think what else might be on my radar with this vehicle. Yeah, I mean, that's all I got now. Thoughts, just wanted to update about the starting, and if that's an issue, as far as kind of always a weak start, like it sounds like the battery's low. So if you could hit me up on that and go, you have this issue and you need to get fixed because it's going to get worse, or if no, it's just the way it is, it sounds weak, but it's gonna, as long as your battery is good, it's gonna work. And then the second issue I'm curious about is if anyone's had any, it just won't restart at all. Not a weak start, but it just seems like it's dead.